Florida Savages, what's up? I'm Sam from Savage HQ. I cannot wait for November 14th and 15th. We're going to be hosting you guys at Little Everglades Ranch in Dade City, Florida. If you're not signed up, get signed up. If you are signed up, you need to listen to this video because I got some information about this exciting event that's coming up. Okay, so the first part of the video is going to be for everyone who's going to Savage Race. The very end section has some updates for pros. So I'll let you know when we get to that part. If you're not signed up for the Pro Wave, you don't have to listen all the way to the end, but I'll let you know when we transition to that part. First and foremost, I want to tell you guys some exciting news. We got our course director, race director, Lee Stoll, has come up with some amazing new course features. So the start line is going to be in a new place. We got some new obstacles for this year. You might even get to see some of our prototype obstacles that we're testing for next year. No promises on that. I know Lee's pushing for it, but he's been working on some new stuff. So that's a little teaser. They may be on the course or maybe they'll be around the festival area. No promises there. But just keep an eye out for those prototypes and for the new obstacles for this year. If you haven't done one of our 2020 events so far, we've already done several very successfully, very safely. But if you haven't done one so far, I'm going to kind of give you an update. We do have some new safety compliance rules that we're doing to make sure that our events are safe. Masks are required when you're in the festival area. But of course, when you're out on the course, no masks. We just ask that you put them back on when you return back to the festival area if you're not eating or drinking. It's kind of like anywhere else. But when you're out on the course, doing the race, doing the obstacles, you're not required to wear a mask. We will have hand sanitizers out around the obstacles if that's something you want to use. You don't have to, but they will be out there. There's plenty of room. I mean, this is like a 2,000-acre ranch, right? So once you're out on the course, it would be easy to distance yourself to the degree that you feel the most comfortable. And that goes for spectators too. So it's the same rules for spectators. And we will be allowing spectators to this event. So again, the event's in Dade City, Florida, November 14th and 15th. The first wave of the day will be the pro heat. That's going to start at 7:30 a.m. Just note that. That's you will all be getting race assignment times, but 7:30 a.m. is earlier than we've ever started in Florida before. On Saturday, the last heat of the wave will go out at 1 p.m. On Sunday, the last heat of the day will go out at 10 a.m. We will have VIP parking right in the infield near the festival area. We've never done that before, but we're going to be offering that. So this is an option, but for an extra $10, you can pay to upgrade your parking. We've never had that in Florida before. We do it everywhere else, but we've never done it in Florida until this year. So take advantage of that if you want to get up close and personal with your parking. And then another update is on the Savage Juniors. Okay, the Savage Junior start time is at 12 p.m., but we're going to be running out small waves between 12 and 12:30. So if you show up to the Junior Arch with your youngin, anytime between 12 and 12:30, you'll be able to get in. Sunday, it's similar, except that the time is 10 and 10:30. That's going to be the window for the juniors. And we're running junior throughout that 30-minute window. Another thing that's a little different than how we've done before is we're going to be controlling the number of people entering at any time. And the purpose for that is we don't want to have insanely large crowds at any given time inside the event, like in the kind of festival zone, as we call it. So what we're doing is to keep that spread out. We are enforcing wave starts more closely than we have in the past. And so what you're going to want to do is whatever time you get assigned, you can check in 45 minutes before that. But if you try to get inside our gates, you can get in the parking lot, but if you try to get in within the event grounds before 45 minutes before your assigned start, we're going to have someone there checking. We're going to ask you to just wait in your car or wait outside. So just keep that in mind when you show up, that we are going to be enforcing those times, and that's just to make sure that we're able to safely conduct these events so that we'll be able to do this next year and moving forward. This is one of the things we had to do to get our permit. Very important then. So when you show up, make sure you have that screenshot on your phone or bring a printed piece of paper that shows your start time, because we are going to be asking for that. So the three things you definitely have to have on you when you show up. You have to have proof of your wave time. That can be the screenshot or a printout. Bring your ID. Completed paper waiver. We will have waivers on site if you forget them, but please, it helps us a lot if you can just have that waiver filled out and on your person as you walk in. It'll actually make your check-in experience faster and smoother. So do that. A couple other things, we're going to have a COVID screen. We're going to be taking your temperature. So if you have a high temperature, you're not going to be able to get in. If we can't get a lower temperature reading, if you have any symptoms of COVID, runny nose, coughs, things like that, you're going to get screened out. So if you're sick, don't come. We already talked about masks. Again, they are required in the kind of transactional area where you check in and around the vendors and things like that. But when you're out on the course, spectators or participants, you don't have to wear them. Please bring your own. We will have some disposables there at the check-in area and at the finish line, but if you could bring your own, that would be helpful. The starts. So another thing we're doing a little different, the starts are going out every 5 minutes. Instead of every 20 minutes, we're just doing smaller groups every 5 minutes. This has been working really well at all the other events. In fact, a lot of people have written in and said they prefer this over the old way. So we're sticking with that in Florida. So every 5 minutes, we're letting like 50 or 60 people go at a time. And that actually really helps smooth the course out. We've actually been able to, it's affected the obstacle throughput in a positive way so that we can actually have more course options because of the way that the 5 minute starts. So that's cool. Obstacles, we will have water obstacles. They will be chlorinated. Water stations, we're going to have 3 on the course with sealed bottles of water. This is a cashless event, but we're taking credit cards everywhere. And another feature of this event is that we are allowing you to prepay for certain things. So an email is going out. It might be the email that we send this video with, but that there's $10 general admission parking or $20 VIP. You can prepay that with your credit card from home. And when you get there, your name will be on a list, or you just show your receipt. Either works. Same thing with bag check. You can pre-buy that. You can even prepay your future vouchers. We've never done that before. That's where the best deal you can get on a race is by buying a future voucher right there on site. But so you can prepay for that, but you have to be there to collect it. Okay, so you have to actually be at the event to collect it. We're not just selling those for that price online. It's a great idea to have it all prepaid. It's just like everything else I mentioned. It's going to actually make your experience much smoother. Your name will be on a list for all those things. So that'll save you some time and contact points on site. Let's see here. So we talked about Savage Junior presented by Zevia already. People signed up for multi-laps. You should already be assigned to an earlier first start wave. We're recommending that you run your race first and your blitz after. But if there's any sort of confusion on that or what your race times were set for, you can go ahead and write in support@savagerace.com. And that goes for anyone. If you have any questions about anything I'm saying here, just write into support@savagerace.com. We will have a variety of sponsors: Kind Bar, Zevia, Up4, Salming, Sacred, some others. Pasco, shout out to Pasco County for being a big sponsor of this event. And go make sure you talk to them. Also, Fit Bar will be at this event. One other thing I just want to mention, if you haven't earned your syndicate already, if this is going to be your first race of the year and you think you missed out on an opportunity to earn your syndicate medal, that's not true. You can still sign up for a Savage anywhere. Very difficult. Well, I would say it's probably more difficult than doing a full-on Savage race because it's 14 challenges that you can do within 28 days. Some people are doing them faster than that, but if you do that, you sign up on our website and click on Savage Anywhere. It's on the locations page. You can still earn your syndicate. We'll actually mail it right to your house if you either do 2 of those anywheres or if you do a race in November and then follow up with that. So there's that. Definitely check out Anywhere if you haven't already. All right, now we're getting to the section for the pros. So if you are an open if you're signed up for an open race, you don't need to continue listening. So thank you. Bye-bye. Sayonara. Smell you later. Nice knowing you, and I'll see you at the race. Okay. If you're still watching, you're either an open waver who's just curious to hear this, which is cool, or you're a pro. So hey, pros, here's some important updates for your race. Not a whole lot's changed for the pros that I haven't already gone over, but there is the issue that you need to fill out the survey, especially if you feel that you are in contention to be a top 10 overall male or female. Okay, so especially those really, really fast elites, like you want to listen to this. So fill out the survey. There's going to be some questions in there to help you qualify for that very first, that 7:30 for the men and 7:35 for the women heat. Just verify I didn't screw that up. Yes, 7:30 and 7:30 for the men, 7:35 for the women. These are going to be the fastest of the fastest. So if you think you qualify for that, definitely fill out the survey and get with us and make sure that you're in that. But and we will have a few open slots on event day. If you didn't get the survey or if you didn't fill it out and you can prove to us on race day that you deserve to be in that wave, then you can talk to us there. But generally, these are people who have finished like top 5 or top 10 in a major OCR in the past and can prove that. Okay, so each pro wave will hold 50 or so runners, and we're going to run those every 5 minutes from, I think, 7:30 to, I believe, 8 o'clock. That 30-minute window, we're going to be running 5-minute waves. So as long as you're in one of those, unless you are gunning for overall, so like first, second, or third place overall, then you can be in any of those waves, and your results are going to be based on your chip time. So like just you're running against the clock in essence. Like you don't need to. There might be someone in a wave ahead of you who's in your age group who might finish before you, but as long as your time was better, you can still beat them in the age group awards. So that's true of all the age group awards. The only place where we're looking at who physically crosses the finish line first is in the top 3 slots overall. Okay. Moving on, let's see, is there anything? Time cutoffs 2 hours. So 2 hours from when you start is going to be, you're going to be DQ'd from awards if you haven't crossed the finish line within 2 hours. Awards should be ready around 9:45 a.m. at the syndicate tent. So we're not doing an award ceremony the way we've done before, but we will be issuing the award medals at 9:45 a.m. or thereabouts at the syndicate tent. So make sure you pick up your award because we're not going to be shipping them out to everybody. But yeah, so all other standard pro rules apply to this event. We will give another little briefing on race morning, and please visit our pro rules on our website to make sure you understand what's going on with all that. But yeah, so other than that, thanks guys. Can't wait to see you in Florida. It's going to be an exciting event. See you there.